What do Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, and Barcelona have in common? Besides being at the top of the table in European football, they all have world-class midfielders. They have the partnerships. You look at Barcelona with Busquets and with Rakitic. Rakitic is more, offensive box to box, and Busquets complements him very well. He'll sit in front of the back four. He'll get possession started. He'll dictate the tempo. And I think that's something that is hugely underrated in football. We're obsessed with goal scorers, with number nines, with strikers, with wingers. We love the goal scoring, but I think there has to be a deeper appreciation for the guys in the midfield, the workmen. And it's something I think we're lacking. And in this video, I'm going to talk about a transfer target that I think we should sign, that we could be making a bid for, especially if Paul Pogba lines up for Real Madrid. I know recently they've been talking about us being in for him, but without Champions League and the whole history, I just can't see that one happening. So this has to be kind of a domino effect. If Paul Pogba goes to Real Madrid, they're going to try and drum up some money, to buy him, because it's going to be probably close to 90, 95 million pounds. So I could see them selling Toni Kroos, because then you're going to have a crowded midfielder. They already have, Casemiro, Kovacic, and other players that can play in there. So Toni Kroos is probably going to be the odd man out, as crazy as that sounds, because for me, the guy's probably the best midfielder in the world. He can score goals, create goals, and he can play further back. He can play at almost any position in the midfield, dictate the tempo. He knows when to go forward, when to take a risky pass, when to keep possession. He for me is just a world class footballer, and a complete midfielder, and that's something we've lacked. Kind of reminds me a bit of Paul Scholes in the fact that their range of passing and their accuracy. I mean, it's just unbelievable. And when Germany played Northern Ireland, he had more passes than the entire Northern Ireland team. So for me, he's got to be a no-brainer, because I think he fits in really well in Mourinho's 4-2-3-1, because you can play Schneiderlin next to him, you can play Schweinsteiger next to him, and he's already got that history with Schweinsteiger. I know Schweinsteiger's getting on in his career, but it makes no sense for me to go out and get a Matic, when we have Schneiderlin and Schweinsteiger. But yeah, for me, Toni Kroos has to be a Manchester United player. He, for me, would be the statement signing. I know people want to think, Pogba, Griezmann, who just signed a new contract, the flashier players. But, games are won and lost in the midfield. And I think you can never have enough quality midfielders. So for me, he's got to be a player. I think 35, 40 million pounds could probably get him. I spoke about Pogba probably going to Real Madrid. So they're going to be trying to drum up some money. And what better way than to sell Toni Kroos? So if you like the video, let me know what you think of Toni Kroos. I think he's world class. Obviously, probably top two midfielders in his position in the world, not just Europe. So yeah, let me know what you think. Like the video, subscribe. There's going to be plenty more content coming out. Transfer season's almost upon us, and enjoy your weekend of Euro football.